Welcome to Anfield Central, your home for all things Liverpool. Big developments are unfolding at Anfield, and today we've got everything you need to know, from transfers, squad updates, and expert opinions. Liverpool have reportedly given Mickey van der Van the green light to join the Reds, but concerns are growing over one of the team's key players. At the same time, one Liverpool transfer move has been cancelled after a player spent nearly a month away from the squad, leaving questions about his future. Meanwhile, former Red striker Darwin Núñez could be on the move again, as his Saudi Arabia stint may be ending sooner than expected. And off the pitch, sporting director Richard Hughes has spoken out on the summer signings, defending his decisions and the players brought in to strengthen the squad. Finally, fans and pundits have been debating the manager's future, and Michael Owen has delivered a verdict on whether Arne Slot should remain in charge, a statement that is already creating discussion across the football world. Stay tuned, because we're breaking down all these stories, analysing what it means for Liverpool's season and what could be coming next for the Reds. Michael Owen hits the nail on the head with verdict on Liverpool firing Arne Slot. Michael Owen believes Liverpool would be making a mistake if they even considered parting ways with Arne Slot at this stage of the season, insisting it is far too early to judge the Dutchman harshly. Slot delivered instant success in his first year at Anfield by guiding Liverpool to the Premier League title, but the current campaign has been far more difficult, with the Reds slipping down the table after a dramatic drop in consistency. Liverpool opened the season with 5 straight league wins, raising expectations of another title challenge. However, just 6 victories from their last 19 Premier League matches have left them locked in a tense fight for Champions League qualification. Despite that downturn, Owen says Slot deserves patience because of the credit he earned during his debut season in charge. Speaking to TalkSport, the former Red striker admitted the performances have been uneven, but pointed out there have still been strong spells of football. Owen made his stance clear, saying he is firmly in the slot-in camp, and the talk of sacking the manager is premature. He stressed that winning the Premier League in a first season was an incredible achievement and should not be forgotten so quickly. He added that if Liverpool fans had been told when Jurgen Klopp left that the club would win the league once and potentially finish 4th the following season, most would have accepted that outcome without hesitation. Owen also warned about the dangers of instability after long-serving managers depart, referencing the post-era struggles seen at clubs following the exits of figures like Arsene Wenger and Sir Alex Ferguson. In his view, Slot continuing Klopp's work and delivering immediate success bought him time and trust. On the pitch, Liverpool's form has shown signs of recovery. The Reds began the new year with a 5-game winless league run, drawing 4 and losing 1 before responding in emphatic fashion at Anfield. They came from behind to beat Newcastle 4-1 in the Premier League, just days after recording a dominant 6-0 Champions League victory over Qarabag, easing some of the pressure on the head coach. Speaking after the Newcastle win, Slot acknowledged the reality of modern football, admitting results ultimately define perceptions. He highlighted improvements in both penalty boxes, noting that Liverpool had scored 10 goals and conceded just once across their last 2 matches. However, Slot was quick to temper optimism, admitting that despite the recent upturn, the points dropped earlier in the season mean Liverpool still have plenty of work to do to meet their objectives. Darwin Núñez could be on the move again just 1 year after leaving Liverpool, with reports suggesting his time in Saudi Arabia may already be coming to an end. The Uruguayan striker joined Al Hilal last August in a deal worth around £46 million, but his future there now looks uncertain. According to reports from Saudi Arabian media, Al Hilal have accepted an offer from Turkish giants Fenerbahce for Núñez. The development comes shortly after Karim Benzema's arrival at the club, a move that has reshaped Al Hilal's attacking options. With Turkey's transfer window open until February 6th, Fenerbahce have the time needed to finalise the deal. The Istanbul side have been actively searching for a new striker, especially with Youssef En-Nesyri expected to complete a move to Al Ittihad. Núñez is believed to be open to a return to European football, with regular game time a major priority as he looks ahead to this summer's World Cup. A move back to Europe would offer him a chance to rebuild rhythm and confidence. Since arriving in Saudi Arabia, Núñez's market value has dropped noticeably. Transfermarkt now values him at €35 million, down from €45 million, reflecting a challenging season away from the European spotlight. Even before the winter window opened, there were signs that an exit could be on the cards. The acceptance of Fenerbahce's bid appears to confirm that Al Hilal are ready to move on. Fenerbahce currently sits second in the Turkish Super League, just 3 points behind leaders Galatasaray, and have already secured a place in the European playoffs. They are set to face Nottingham Forest over 2 legs later this month. If the transfer is completed in time, Nunes could be available for those crucial fixtures, giving Fenerbahce a major attacking boost at a decisive stage of the season. During his time at Liverpool, Nunes scored 40 goals in 143 appearances and played a role in the club's Premier League title win. His time at Anfield, however, was often marked by inconsistency. Former Liverpool defender Jamie Carragher famously dubbed him Captain Chaos, highlighting his unpredictable style and struggles to cement a regular starting role under Jurgen Klopp. As Klopp's tenure progressed, Nunes slipped down the pecking order, and by the time Arne Slot arrived, doubts over his suitability were already clear. Earlier this year, Slot publicly questioned Nunes' reaction to missed chances, admitting he was more concerned by the striker's mentality than the misses themselves. Those concerns now appear to form part of a wider picture, as Nunes edges closer to another fresh start, this time potentially in Turkey.
Liverpool will see out the rest of the season without an immediate new defensive addition, despite agreeing a major deal in January. The club secured Rennes defender Jeremy Jacquet for an initial £55 million, with a further £5 million in potential add-ons, but the 20-year-old will not arrive at Anfield until the summer. That delay leaves Arne Slot short of options at the back, especially with Connor Bradley, Jeremy Frimpong and Joe Gomez all sidelined by injury. Even so, there were encouraging signs last weekend as Liverpool produced one of their best performances of the campaign in a 4-1 win over Newcastle United, ending a 5-game Premier League winless run. Despite the transfer window being closed, speculation around Liverpool's defensive plans has not eased. Tottenham centre-back Mickey van de Ven continues to be linked with a move to Anfield, with questions lingering over Ibrahima Konaté's contract situation, Joe Gomez's injury record and the long-term depth of Slot's defensive unit. Former Netherlands international Eljero Elia has publicly backed Van de Ven as a natural fit for Liverpool. He believes the Spurs defender has the physical strength, composure and all-round skill set to step up, arguing that consistent performances could earn him a move to clubs he described as a step above, including Liverpool and Real Madrid. While defensive recruitment dominates the rumour mill, concerns have also surfaced around Mohamed Salah's form. The Egyptian has endured a difficult season by his standards, scoring 6 goals and providing 6 assists in 24 appearances across all competitions. Salah did register an assist for Florian Wirtz against Newcastle, but that contribution has not silenced criticism. Former Liverpool defender Steve Nicol admitted he was alarmed by Salah's struggles in one-on-one situations, particularly during a counter-attack where he was contained by Kieran Trippier. Speaking on ESPN FC, Nicol questioned how quickly Salah's physical edge appears to have declined. He pointed to moments where Salah failed to escape defenders he would previously have beaten comfortably, suggesting that the drop in pace is now affecting his overall confidence. Nicol added that Salah's awareness of losing those physical advantages may be chipping away at his belief in front of goal. According to him, the Egyptian no longer looks certain in positions where he once picked out the corners with ease, raising uncomfortable questions for Liverpool as the season progresses. With a huge clash against Manchester City on the horizon, Liverpool find themselves balancing short-term results with long-term planning. Defensive depth, future transfers, and Salah's form are all set to remain under intense scrutiny as the campaign moves into a decisive phase.
Liverpool have confirmed that midfielder James McConnell has returned to the club after his loan spell with Ajax was brought to an early end. The 21-year-old joined the Dutch side last summer on a season-long deal, but the move never fully took off. From the early weeks of the season, McConnell struggled to secure regular minutes in Amsterdam, even before managerial changes at Ajax disrupted the squad. The departure of former Liverpool coach John Heitinga only made things harder, and McConnell soon found himself on the fringes. As the season progressed, his situation worsened. He has not featured for Ajax since early January and finished the loan with just 7 appearances in all competitions. In recent weeks, his absence was linked to a shoulder injury, which ultimately played a key role in the loan being cut short. During the January window, reports surfaced that both clubs had agreed on an early termination. Liverpool confirmed the decision on deadline day, stating that McConnell had returned to the AXA training centre after his temporary deal with Ajax was ended. There had been interest from Championship clubs about a potential
potential January move, but those plans were shelved after McConnell underwent surgery on his shoulder. The operation ruled out the possibility of another loan switch this season. Despite the setback, McConnell now has a chance to reset at Anfield. He has already made 13 senior appearances for Liverpool and could push for involvement once he regains full fitness. Arne Slot has previously shown faith in the young midfielder, notably handing him a start in last season's Champions League group match against PSV Eindhoven. That moment left a lasting impression on McConnell. Speaking after the game, he described it as a proud and emotional milestone, thanking Slot for trusting young players and stressing the importance of taking opportunities when they arrive. With his recovery underway, McConnell's focus now turns to rebuilding momentum and forcing his way back into Liverpool's plans for the remainder of the season. Sporting director Richard Hughes addresses top players amid summer window criticism. Liverpool's sporting director Richard Hughes has moved to defend the club's summer transfer strategy, insisting the players brought in will deliver on the pitch despite growing criticism. His comments come at a time when results and league position have fueled frustration among sections of the fan base. Liverpool's 4-1 win over Newcastle United last weekend showed flashes of quality, but the Reds currently sit sixth in the Premier League and are already out of the title race. That gap between expectation and reality has kept the summer window firmly under the spotlight. Many supporters expected Liverpool to challenge at the very top after major signings such as Alexander Isak and Florian Wirtz arrived at Anfield. Instead, injuries, adaptation issues and inconsistent performances have slowed momentum. Speaking on the Reds Roundtable podcast, Hughes pushed back against the criticism and stressed patience. He explained that the club's focus has been on helping new players adapt without overwhelming them. Hughes said the club believes deeply in the quality of its recruits, describing them as top players who were signed for clear reasons. He underlined that the entire recruitment team stood behind the summer business, not just him personally. He also insisted that once the right players are identified and brought in with conviction, performances usually follow. In his view, Liverpool's faith in their recruitment process has not changed. Liverpool's stance was further underlined in January, when the club chose not to sign any senior players. Instead, the Reds are relying on their summer arrivals to carry them through the FA Cup and the Champions League. That decision has kept debate alive online, especially after reports claimed Liverpool spent around £450 million in the summer of 2025. Rival fans and pundits have been quick to label the window a failure. Alexander Isak's situation has been central to that criticism. Signed for £125 million, the striker missed pre-season and is currently sidelined with a broken leg, making it difficult to judge his true impact so far. Despite that, Isak's proven Premier League record suggests writing him off would be premature. The club still believes he can be a key figure once fully fit. Elsewhere, Hugo Ekitike has delivered more immediate returns, scoring 15 goals and registering 4 assists in 32 appearances. His form has been one of the clearer success stories from the window. Florian Wirtz, Milos Kerkez and Jeremy Frimpong have also begun to show steady improvement in recent months. Their progress has led to some to question whether Liverpool's summer business has been judged too harshly. Looking ahead, there is cautious optimism around the club's direction. While this season has fallen short of expectations, the performances of several new signings have given fans hope for the 2026-27 campaign. Liverpool have already agreed a future deal for defender Jeremy Jacquet, and interest in midfielders such as Adam Wharton suggests further reinforcement is planned. With the right additions, the squad could quickly look capable of a title challenge. Questions remain over Arne Slot's long-term future in the dugout, but regardless of who leads the team, Liverpool believe the foundations are in place. Hughes' message is clear: quality is already in the squad, and time is needed for it to show consistently.